Thomas and the New Engine. The trains on the island of Sodor keep very busy. There are always lots of jobs to do. One morning, Sir Topham Hatt came to Tidmouth's sheds. "Our new engine has arrived on the island," he boomed. "His name is Neville. You must all make him feel welcome. A happy engine is a useful engine." Later, Thomas was stopped at a signal. The signalman called out to Thomas. "The bridge ahead is unsafe. Thomas, you are to collect a piece of ironwork so the bridge can be repaired." "Yes, sir," chuffed Thomas. At Brendam Docks, Harry and Bert were with Neville, the new engine. Neville was a steam engine, but he had a square body like a diesel. Neville was backing down towards some freight cars. "Nearly there," said Harry cheekily. "Nearly there," said Bert naughtily. But they made Neville back down too much. "Watch where you're going, clumsy wheels," Harry and Bert laughed. "That wasn't funny," snapped Neville. "It's not your fault that you're a shitty steamy," oiled Bert, and they laughed even louder. Thomas arrived at the docks. He could see Harry and Bert laughing with Neville. He thought they were laughing with him. That must be the new engine, he thought. He must be friends with Harry and Bert. Thomas arrived at Knapford Station. "Have you seen the new engine yet?" asked James. "Yes," said Thomas, "but we better be careful. I saw him at the yachts of Harry and Bert. They were laughing together." James was shocked. "A steamy, friendly with the grim messages of doom." As Thomas left, Henry pulled in. "Have you heard about the new engine?" snorted James. And he started to tell Henry all about Neville. Later, Henry was taking on water. He was talking to Percy. "That new steamy Neville is best friends with Harry and Bert," he said. "He doesn't want to be with steam engines at all." "How do you know?" peeped Percy. "James told me and Thomas told him," whistled Henry. Later, Percy met Emily at the red signal. "Don't go near Neville the new engine," he puffed. "Harry and Bert have told him to scrap all the steam engines." "Henry told me." James told Henry, and they heard all about it from Thomas. When Thomas arrived at Kronk Station, Sir Topham Hatt was there. "Thomas, you must board all the engines not to cross the bridge until it's repaired," he boomed. Thomas was delighted. It was a really useful job. Just then, he heard an unfamiliar whistle. Someone was coming. Thomas thought he knew who it was. Then he saw Neville pulling Annie and Clarabelle. Thomas was shocked. Annie and Clarabelle were his carriages. "Hello," chuffed Neville cheerfully. "I'm not talking to you," Thomas puffed crossly. "What did I do?" Neville wondered. Then Emily pulled in next to Neville. "Hello," chuffed Neville cheerfully, but Emily just let out a whoosh of steam. "It's no use trying to make friends with me. I know you're going to scrap all the steam engines, just like Harry and Bert told you to." Thomas was surprised, but then the guard blew his whistle, and Neville puffed sadly away. "Where did you hear that Neville was going to scrap all the steam engines?" Thomas asked Emily. "Don't you know?" Emily whistled. "Percy told me, Henry told Percy, James told Henry, and you told James," puffed Emily. "But I only said to James I'd seen Neville with Harry and Bert." Then Toby arrived. "Have you heard about Neville the new engine?" he puffed. "Salty saw Harry and Bert playing tricks on him at the docks." Emily was surprised, and Thomas couldn't believe it. Neville wasn't friends with Harry and Bert after all. Where was Neville going? Emily tooted. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Neville's heading for the broken bridge. I must stop him. Neville was speeding through the countryside as fast as he could. Suddenly, Neville saw a barrier on the track. He slammed on his brakes. But it was too late. Neville was in terrible trouble. He was on the broken end of the bridge. This is ridiculous. What kind of idiot signalman diverts an engine onto a broken bridge? I mean, really? It's not as if they didn't know about it or anything. There was even a barrier put on. I mean, my God, people are just so stupid. Where on earth is the fat control hiding the signalman from anyway? Oh, look, there's another instance of signalman stupidity. An engine going onto a broken bridge, because that's not dangerous at all, is it? Oh, okay, rant end. Now, can someone please come and save me? Thomas knew it was all his fault. Suddenly, he had an idea. Thomas steamed slowly and carefully onto the bridge. He gently bumped Clarabelle and was coupled up. Thomas was very scared. Slowly and steadily, he began to pull Neville back from the edge. The bridge made a creaking noise. Thomas knew he must hurry. He pulled as hard as he could, and with one big puff, he pulled Neville's wheels off the bridge. Thomas had done it. He had saved Neville and the passengers. Thank you, whistled Neville. I should have warned you, puffed Thomas, but I was too busy believing stupid rumors. I thought you didn't like steamies, but now I know I was wrong. Thomas gave Neville a long, friendly toot-toot. Neville was very happy. At last he knew he had a good friend in Thomas.